alright, this is your 100, give me the flowers, we're done. So this day is finally happened to me because I found the flowers, I found the customers, and I sold all the flowers that I had. This is really amazing. But it took me almost 4 or even 5 days to build everything together, to sell it. And I almost killed my friend, and she almost killed to me because it was kind of dangerous things to have a bouquet. So this is like crazy. Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Ara and welcome back to this YouTube channel. So in today's video I'd like to share with you as much information as possible about the flower process. Maybe some of you are going to open that new business, maybe the flower business as well. I'm not saying that I actually opened a new business, but at least I was trying to sell the flowers and it was fine because I just make some profit. So watch this video until the end and you will know how much money did I make selling the flowers and also my thoughts about how to make it much more in the future. Let's start. Alright guys, so I'm about to go to downtown LA to get some flowers today. The thing is that today is Sunday, February 12th. I'm a little bit scared about the flowers because how long that they're gonna live, because it's not like forever. And I don't have any fridge because, you know, I have a lot of food in my fridge. So, and also my friend just sent me a couple of places around LA. Maybe, you know, the prices tomorrow in those markets will be much more better that I have right now, because the people that I contact with yesterday, they gave me actually the similar price. But you know guys, I'm from Russia and this is what I've done a lot of time. I just try to speak as many people as possible to get the best price or to get the best numbers, stuff like that. This is how I got this car, by the way. I got a really cool discount because I just probably was smart, I don't know. I just tried to speak with people. So what I did, I just took a lot of pictures of the boxes that came from Mexico, and I was trying to contact those people who live outside of the USA because for sure, you know, it's gonna be much more cheaper. But I think it's not gonna work for me because I'm going to get probably like 4 or 5 boxes max. I need one truck of roses, you know, how many boxes in there in one truck. So I need just, you know, a couple of boxes, so I probably it doesn't work for them. You know guys, I've been living in the USA for almost 4 years and most time I spent here in LA. So every time when I drive back to home, I can see a lot of Mexican guys and also Americans as well who are selling the flowers on the traffic lights. I've seen them many times, but it was just one time when I actually bought the flowers from the people's hands. So back to flowers, I was scrolling the YouTube page and I was like, what am I doing? I'm just watching all this content instead of making this content. By the way, put it up if you really love what I'm doing right now. So let me just do something instead of this. And I got this idea to sell the flowers because the February 14th is coming. So what if I just ask some people, find a place, find a, you know, clients and make some profit. Let's get it. So alright, I think I just need to go to downtown to speak with people again just one more time. Maybe I could get a better prices today. And I'm gonna go and buy a few boxes and probably I will sell some flowers tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. So let's see guys. Alright, cool. So I'm almost here and also we can see a lot of cars. That means that people are really trying to get some flowers and to sell it tomorrow. So I think it's gonna be really hard to find like a parking lot. Alright, and then to get the best prices because you can see the traffic is like so big here. Even people from Nevada. But anyway guys, America is not a country, like I told you. This is just a business, alright? So we're gonna get some money today. And so right now we're very close to Skid Row. This is the worst area in Los Angeles, I would say, because there are like, I don't know, like hundreds of people who are homeless and who don't have anything. But this is like the food stamp. If you see, they can get some food over here. Of course, I'm not that guy who can say something about this country because, you know, I've just been living here for like 4 years. But even for me, this is kind of crazy, I'd say. I don't know. You guys, you have to fix it if you want to make this country even better. So I found a few people and they have really similar prices. And probably I know why, because this is what's happening sometimes when I shoot music videos. You know, you can always find someone who can do it like cheaper for you. We call it like dumping. When you just try, you know, to charge a little bit less than, you know, people around you. Of course, for a client, it's a great opportunity, you know, to get a great deal. But for us, it's gonna be really bad if you continue dropping the prices, so you don't have like anything at the end. So this is why you need to figure out about the numbers and ask as many people as possible around, not just to the local store, not just to the local sellers very close to you, but just go around, go to the place where you've never been before, talk to people, take some picture, and you will find your best deal. But I found some guy his name is Arsenio, as well as my name, because my full name is Arseny. I'm from Russia. And for Americans it's like Ari, which is like easier for you guys. So he gave me a really good price, and I'm gonna go back here tomorrow and let's see, maybe I can do like even a better deal, right? So the thing is that it was the first guy that I met right there, and even I was going looking for more people, probably somewhere inside of my mind I feel like, okay, I need to go back to that guy because he has the same name as my, it's not the business things, not the business tips, alright, but he has something and I can trust him. This is like something in spite of me. And if you see guys how many businesses are here, but the thing is that I need to go somewhere right there on the flower market, but it's closed today unfortunately, and also, you know, to get some trucks, to get, you know, something right there, because it's gonna be much more cheaper, you know, rather than if I go somewhere to the store. And of course I'm not the smartest guy in this room, because a lot of people want to do something like this. I found some, you know, some Americans, some probably Russians people here as well, so they're just trying to do the same thing as I am trying to do. Anyway, you know, this market is a big one, so I'm gonna get some money today. Alright, so it's evening in Los Angeles right now, and I got some boxes. So there are like 4 boxes, and each boxes has let's say 5 or maybe 4, no, yeah, it's 5 little branches like this, so maybe like this size, and each branch has a 25 or 24 roses in there. So each box costs me $100, so it's like $400 right now that I spent, and usually people can buy it just for 50. And I don't know, it's kind of crazy probably, but anyway, you know, I don't have like any fridge to put flowers in there, so this is the only thing I can do. Even with these numbers I'm gonna charge, you know, my future clients really expensive, because I'm gonna go to somewhere, Beverly Hills, maybe Rodeo Drive, to West Hollywood, unless, you know, the police catch me and stuff like that. I don't know how it works here. So the guy who sold me all these boxes, he's a kind of good guy, because also he has a similar name as mine, like I told you guys, right? And all another people said me that they want me to charge $135, $150 for a box like this. So that's crazy, and I've saved like $50 for one box. So it cost me just $400 instead of $800 or maybe more. And also I bought some white flowers. I don't know what it's actually called, but it's something like baby red, something like this. I don't know guys, just let me know in the comments below. And the thing is, you know, this paper are from Ecuador, but I don't know why do they use English instead of Spanish, but you know, anyway, this is very interesting. So each brand costs usually $5 or $6, but I found a really cool people that sold me everything for just $4 each, so I paid, let's say, $80. But for some mistakes they gave me 40 instead of 20 that I put everything on this box. So it's a little bit cold right now in LA, so that's why I just put everything on the balcony outside, and I got some water in here, you know, to make it a little bit fresher. And also these boxes, they have their own water, and I really want to, you know, to start the process to cut these things off and to make the first bucket. And after this I'm gonna call all my friends like, hey yo bro, I have some flowers for you, the best price exactly for you, just hit me up, and the delivery costs you just $25 or $50, whatever. Have a great deal. My first bouquet was very terrible. It was shit as fuck, and I've never done anything like this, to be honest. So the thing that I could do is just watch YouTube, as you guys watching right now. Let me know in the comments below if you like this content, by the way. So this is what I did. I just started watching YouTube how to build a simple bouquet, and this is how it works. And also making the flowers, it takes really much time. I didn't know anything about this. And it was February 13th, so it took me like 2 or 3 hours to build something simple and start the process. So this is my wonderful red roses. Look at this, guys. So I spent with my friend almost 3 hours to build something like this, because if you see this construction, it has like 2 different gift paper, which is like crazy, because we were fighting for no reason. So I got a lot of flowers and I came here to Hollywood. Hopefully I will find some people to sell the flowers. I spent like $500 or even $600 for everything to buy. You know, I spent like almost 2 days to get some bouquets, and also I got some flowers in my balcony right now. And right now people just ask like, hey, what the price on it, and the price probably is too high, but I can't do anything less, maybe $30, maybe $40 less. This is what I can do, but that's it. So hopefully, you know, this area will help me, because tomorrow is February 14th. But I think the main date is actually today, so hopefully, let's see guys. The first place, it was Hollywood Walk of Fame. It was a very bad decision because I was feeling like, okay, the traffic should be fine. A lot of people, a lot of tourists, they're just going through all these expensive buildings around, you know, the stars, and you know, everything is cool. And they look at the flowers and they're like, oh my gosh, baby, let me get some flowers for you. How much you say? 100. All right, this is your 100, give me the flowers, we're done. So I've been to different places trying to sell the flowers. It was the Hollywood Walk of Fame, it was Trader Joe's shops, which was like very stupid because they have their own flowers for like $10–15. So then I just went to Rodeo Drive or like the Grove, but the security said me, you have to get out. So you know, guys, how it works sometimes, right? When I just started, the process was very terrible because people simply were ignored. Right after that, I went to Burbank, where a lot of Armenian peoples live. So Armenians are very similar to Russian sometimes, because back in Russia when I was born, you know, 30 years ago, we have one big country called USSR, Soviet Union. And for example, old generation, even I go somewhere to Armenia, they could understand me because I've been to Armenia. I've been to Yerevan, and this is really amazing place. And the old generation can really understand what I'm saying because they know Russian. But now, you know, the young generation, they probably speak in English more. And I'm telling you guys, because Armenians are those type of people who really make their family happier, their wives, their girlfriends, and something like this. So I just found my first customer. It was amazing. All right, guys, so I got my first money. I got $80, which is absolutely fantastic because I spent like a couple of hours and I didn't have anything, and finally I just sold my first bucket. It looked like exactly like this one, but this one cost 180. All right, this one is much more expensively. So I just stay here at the parking lot. There is no any car and people around. But what I love about Armenian people, because all these people, you know, the men, they love their woman, and this is great. I just found a person who's ready, who's interesting to get some flowers. So it was my first deal. Let's go! My second day was February 14th. It was the main day, I would say. But the thing is that the big flowers, big bouquets didn't selling it at all. The country when I was born, if you go on a date with a woman or we just date with someone, you just try to make very huge booklet with a 50 or like 100 rows in there. So this is what I felt. Maybe people here are looking for something like this, but I was wrong about it. So the people really prefer to buy something more cheaper that look fine, but the volume is like for like $50–80 maximum, instead of spending $100 and more for a simple booklet. So this is why we made a few more little bouquets. Hopefully that, you know, we will find some customers for this kind of flowers. Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up, man?
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm alright. I need a deal from you.
Okay, sounds great. How many buckets do you need?
I need like 5 of 60, the ones that are 60.
This is the bigger one, alright? This one has 60, but this one has baby breath, so you don't like it, alright? And I have two wonderful bouquets for you. This one has 60 flowers, 60 roses. Very cool, very fresh. And this one has 46, but they look very similar.
I need more than that, actually.
Alright, so the beginning of the story was really amazing. I feel like, okay, I'm going to sell all the flowers and make like $500 or $600 or even more, because he was asking for 5 bouquets, and this is like awesome, guys. So I'm going to give him the best price. But like 10 minutes later, he just started ignoring me and didn't respond on all my messages. I was like, okay, bro, what am I doing wrong? To be honest, yeah, I was dead because I just, you know, I could get all this money, but those money just start disappearing from my hands, and that's it. So that's why I just started the process again, like one more time, and just went to streets again. So now I'm going to share you some numbers about how much money did I make selling the flowers. As you see, the first day was really amazing because it was $650. I don't know how many flowers, like how many bouquets was it, but I just made $650. It was really, really great. The second day was almost $300. The next day just $25, because, you know, sometimes people start texting me like, hey, I need a bouquet right now, please can you go somewhere downtown or somewhere else, I'm gonna pay you. And the last day I sold it for like $60. I don't know how many more roses was it, because I got like 4 different bouquets. They're getting older very fast, so I just trying to make it fresh and just remake it like the new bouquet. I spent almost $500 for 4 different boxes with 100 roses in there, for baby breath, for paper gift, for stapler, and some little details. So it was like 400 and maybe $90, almost $500. So let's say I made $540 selling the flowers. This is my actually profit, and I feel really amazing, like I told you guys, because you know the idea was fine, the process was interesting, and even it took me a few more days than I was expecting. You know, my brain feels like, okay, what else can we do? And I don't know if this number is good enough for you guys. Just let me know in the comments below what you think about it. So if you guys are going to open your flower business or do something like this on the Mother Days, you know, on the March 8th, if you guys celebrate anything like this here in this country. So this is what I think. You need to know your customer. You need to know your client, because my client was like some kind of rich boy from Beverly Hills, from Rodeo Drive, and he's able to spend $200 for the simple bouquets. But I didn't find many clients like this type of. But I found a lot of people who was ready to buy something for like $30, for $85, for $50. So think about your client. The thing number two, that you need to know how much money you can afford to lose. For me, it was the number of $500. I was fine to lose this money. Of course, I won't be, you know, enjoy losing this money, but I was ready to lose this if something goes wrong. And also I have the plan B, so in case anyone is going to buy my flowers, maybe I can go somewhere to the local stores, to the local church. I sold them in the local church because it was the Catholic holiday, and I was just asking people around, hey, I get some flowers, would like to buy. This is the thing. So the thing number three is you need to use as many platforms to sell the flowers as possible, like social media, like people's connection, like some people out on streets. If you go to the restaurant, if you just simply walking on streets, you have the flowers, you can start the process. But for me, it was Instagram and Telegram. This is how I found a lot of clients from there, and maybe these were the clients that I usually work with, making some music videos, but it doesn't matter because they believe me, and this is really like the great solution for me. And the tip number four, the last one, that if you guys want to open the business, you don't have to think and wait the best time, because for me it was like this. You know, I got this idea, I was like, okay, let me just try to figure out what the numbers, how much money I'm going to spend, how much money I can possibly do, and this is really amazing. Alright guys, I hope you really enjoyed watching this video. If so, put a thumbs up, subscribe on my YouTube channel, and let me know in the comments below what you think about the process that I've done. And I would be happy to hear some advices as well. And I'll see you next time, guys. Всем пока!